fan of softball, then you are going to love the Fastpitch TV show. We're bringing you more interviews, more videos, and more product reviews than anyone else on the planet. Sit back and get ready. Here's the Fastpitch TV show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Fastpitch TV show. Now, if you found our show on Facebook or another video sharing site, please check out our website, fastpitch.tv. It's the place to find all of our past episodes and the place to keep up with our future episodes too. I'd also like to thank our sponsor, Softball Junk, and visit their website at softballjunk.com. Now, at the end of today's show, I'm going to give you a special code that'll give you $20 off softball bats on their website, so make sure you stay tuned for that code. Now, if you're a regular viewer, you know that a few weeks ago I went to Round Rock, Texas for the MPF games between the USSSA Pride and the Chicago Bandits. While I was there, I shot a lot of film. One of the things I shot was an interview with Rachel Foldin, the catcher for the Chicago Bandits. Let's see what she had to say. Well, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to come on the show for us today. Catcher for the Chicago Bandits. You've had a great career so far. Tell us what it's like playing at this level of softball.
Well, at this level, you play against the best every day, and it's definitely the best competition you can find in the world. And I'm just excited that I get to be here and be a part of it. It's been a lot of fun.
Now, how old were you when you started playing?
I was about 13, almost 14 when I started playing. I played baseball my whole life, from like t-ball till I was 12.
That's when you switched over to softball.
Mm-hmm. And then it was the summer right before I got into high school, and my basketball coach told me to play softball. I thought it was a stupid sport, and I didn't want to play. And he was like, well, what if I'll just put you on the team for free, and he paid for me, so I played on the team, and I loved it.
So it turned out to be an awful thank you to the coach.
Exactly. Absolutely. I owe that guy everything. I started playing, got to go to college for free out of it. It was great.
Well, that's a good deal right there in itself. A lot of hard work, though, going to college for free, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it wasn't hard as far as doing the work. I mean, it's a lot of work that you have to do day in, day out. A lot of preparation, a lot of mental.
I guess I know it's not work. I don't mean it that way. It's a lot more to it than just going and having a good time while you're at college playing ball. Yeah. It really doubles up. You still have your academics, and now you got to find time to do this.
Right, and that's what's hard for everybody. For me, I was the first person in my family to go to college, so for me, I was no way I was going to screw it up. So it was easy for me to get up every day and go do all the work, but it is tough. It's not just you have to go to school, you have to stay on time, you have to you're scheduled. Your whole day is scheduled out, and it gets a little tough for some people.
Now, have you always been a catcher, like even when you were playing baseball, or?
No, when I was a baseball player, I was like a middle infielder and I pitched. And now I'm a catcher. I switched over. My coach thought I'd be a good catcher, threw me back there, and I never came out from behind the plate.
Was that when you were in high school and you got switched to softball, you switched to catching, or when? Okay,
yep.
So that's when that happened. Now, going from at that age, becoming a catcher, is there anything that was harder to overcome or to learn or get down or anything you feel like?
No, I think my older brother was a catcher, so I got to watch him do it, and he was real big as, telling me, what to do, how to look, make it look right when you're doing it. And, I'm a big baseball fan, so I watch all those catchers and see how they do it, and I just tried to mimic them for probably the first couple of years that I was doing it.
I think that's one of the things about kids now. They don't watch, I don't think, that much softball or baseball on TV. I know they don't have a lot of softball to watch, but even I don't think boys watch baseball as much as they used to. I mean, they play it, but they don't on their off time. You don't see them sitting back watching the game.
Well, I think they play it more now. I think you got kids from from ages of 6 and 8 years old who have hitting lessons and catching lessons and pitching lessons, and so they play it. And so when they go home, they almost need a break from it. And I think that's probably the difference. When I was a kid, we played in the neighborhood. We played baseball all the time in the morning, and then I'd go watch baseball at night. But it was always fun. It never seemed like work to me. And I think there are a lot of kids nowadays where it seems like work to them because they have lesson, and then they have practice, and then they have games on the weekends. And it's just, for me, I think they almost need a break from it at night.
That's a really good point. I didn't think about that because when I was a kid, we met once a week and played and worked out once a week, and it wasn't that rough of a workout. Now they're working, taking lessons, maybe working out 3 days a week instead of one afternoon a week. So you're right. Probably that's the last thing they want to do when they have some free time is watch some more of what they've been doing 80 hours that week already. That's a real good point. Is there anything for a kid who's wanting to be a catcher, get at that top level you might recommend for them? Any kind of tips or any special drill or anything?
Well, I always tell catchers your number one job is to make the pitcher look good, because it's a pitcher's world, and baseball players will tell you that, softball players will tell you that, it's a pitcher's world. So if you make them look good and they enjoy throwing to you, you're always going to have a job. But if you make a pitcher, they don't like throwing to you, you're not going to have a job for very long. So I always tell them their number one job is to make the pitcher look good. Other than that, it's just do whatever you can to keep the ball in front of you. People make a big deal about throwing and all that kind of stuff. I don't think throwing is all that important, because if you do have a good arm, nobody runs on you anyway. So I think it's just important to keep the ball in front of you and to make your pitcher look good.
Pitching look good, you're the first catcher to tell me that, actually, out of all the people I've talked to. But that's probably one of the best pieces of advice. Yeah, if you're making the pitcher look good, they want you back there.
Correct, and it's like I said, it's their world. So if you got a pitcher, especially in college, if you got a pitcher and they say, hey, you're throwing today, and they'll sit there and they'll tell the coach, hey, can I have this girl catch me or this girl catch me? And it happens now in the pros. You see pitchers have their own specific catchers. Teams will have 3 catchers, and each catcher will catch a different pitcher. And so you got to be able to make your pitcher look good and establish a comfort level with them.
Well, I know for sure if they're not comfortable, you aren't catching them.
Exactly.
They're going to say, hey, that girl's not catching me.
That's absolutely right, yep.
So is this your first time to Texas?
No, I've been to Texas a few times. I've never been to Austin or Round Rock, though. So.
Where are you from?
I'm from Southern California, from LA area.
So you're used to the heat?
Used to the heat. I don't know if I'm used to all this humidity we got going around here, but it was worse in Florida last week, so I'm actually kind of happy about it.
So what's it like playing in a crowd this size compared to, I think your average crowd, I was told, is around 1,200, and here we were 4,000 pre-sold tickets last night. I don't know what the final count was. 5,000 pre-sold tonight. Mm-hmm. What's it like playing in front of this kind of crowd?
It's great. It just makes it more fun. It makes everything amplified. The good play is a great play. The good hit is a great hit. The flyouts, the crowd goes nuts because they all think it's out of the park. It's just like a baseball game. It just makes it more fun.
Do you have any problem, and I don't know, this may be a stupid question, but, we still have a mound out there. We're playing softball and we have a mound. Does that come into play so far during the series, that there's a mound out there? Has the ball hit it and gone where it shouldn't have gone? Or maybe someone short was going to make that catch and the ball wasn't there because they hit the mound?
No, I know you'll never hear any of our players complain about it. It's part of the field that we're playing on. The city of Round Rock and the Round Rock Express have been great to us and taking care of us, putting a pitching circle out there and a pitching mound and everything. So we're not really concerned about it all too much, just because we're just grateful to be here.
And they cut a big piece of grass out for second base. Yeah. That's probably the biggest part of it, cutting that in the infield. Those guys are pretty picky about the infield grass out there.
It was great to see that and see them done. And like I said, it's been first class. They've taken real good care of us. So we'd like to come out here and play again.
Well, I'm sure that this crowd would like to have you guys back every year from what this crowd. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to come on with me.
No problem.
And I know our fans will enjoy hearing from you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed the interview with Rachel. It was a pleasure meeting her. Great gal. Now, before I close the show, I want to make sure that everyone who watches this show on their iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch knows about our app. You can find more info on it at fastpitchapps.com. It's called the Fastpitch TV show app while you're there. It does cost $1.99, but it's a great way to help support the show. And don't forget to check out our website at fastpitch.tv. It's not fastpitchtv.com, it's fastpitch.tv. Become a fan of the show on facebook.com/fastpitchtv. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/fastpitchtv. Now, as I stated at the beginning of today's show, Softball Junk has a special offer for the Fastpitch TV show family. Softball Junk's going to give you $20 off any non-sale softball bat on their website, okay? $20, that's right. You can take the $20 right off the price of the bat. So the next time you buy a bat from their website, just enter the code FPTV1 and wham, $20, okay? You can visit their website, as I said earlier, at softballjunk.com. Now, I don't mind you sharing this information with your friends. Please tell them all about it, but don't give them the code. Tell them they got to come watch the show and get a code that'll save them $20, okay? That way we can get some new viewers. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.